Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Deauville Racecourse here on Monday. It's the 1st of June 2020. We're going to look at the stakes races on the program from Deauville, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and also check out, it's the return of the racing from the UK today from Newcastle. I looked at feature race from Newcastle today, so go check that out here on YouTube right now, and also join me Wednesday for the return of the racing here in America from New York, from Belmont. Excellent cards for this upcoming meeting from Belmont, so join me here on YouTube for those previews. And also this weekend coming up on Saturday, you have a 2,000 guineas from Newmarket, so it's the racing's hitting us straight in the face this week, so I can't wait for it. But today it's the French 2,000 guineas and 1,000 guineas, the Poulains and the Pouliches, or Pouliches, whatever how the pronunciation is. So we'll be looking at it right now. Originally scheduled for Longchamp, but with the restrictions, it got moved to Deauville, and it's not a problem. It was run here a few years ago with the redevelopment of Longchamp happening. They couldn't run it there. But let's get to it. We'll be looking at races 5 and 6. The fifth race, it's the Group 1, Emirates Poules de ESSAI de POULAINS, basically the French 2,000 guineas. Group 1, going for a purse $406,500. Race for 3-year-olds here. 9 horses are entered to go the 1,600-meter journey or 1 mile down the straightaway. I think a straightaway makes it a little bit more of an exciting race, and also the quick run to the first turn you don't have to see here. I think at Longchamp with those 1 mile races, when you're drawn very wide, it's to a disadvantage. Now the straightaway here, I don't think there's a post disadvantage. My top selection, I love the 5-horse Victor Ladurum as a top selection. I'm going to go 5-7 in the forecast exacta. 5-7 forecast exacta, top selection of 5-horse Victor Ladurum. This Godolphin 3-0 colt by Chamardal, and Chamardal, who sadly lost this past winter, his offspring the last 12 or 18 months have been winning everything, so it'll be kind of cool for his offspring to win the guineas here today. But 9-5, I know he's a heavy favorite, but he should win. Andre Farb trains, Miguel Barcelona gets the mount, but his seasonal reappearance was a disaster, I thought, on the 11th of May at Longchamp. Heavy ground, 1 mile in the Group 3, Prix de Fontainebleau. Like I said earlier, you need to be drawn very well for those 1 mile races at Longchamp. He wasn't. He was drawn on the outside post, and he never saved ground, and he finished third by 2.5 lengths. The winner who won that day, and I actually made some money with him, had an easy trip on the inside. It doesn't get any easier than that. This horse is drawn wide. His wheels were spinning, wasn't 100% fresh. I just don't think he did to his maximum ability there. Coming here, a lot fresher horse down the straightaway. I think he's sitting on the race of his life. Two back, he ran the race of his life in the Group 1 Parisian Lagardière at Longchamp, 1 mile soft ground, 6th of October. He won by 3/4 length. That day he wanted to be a little wide at Longchamp with the very heavy ground. The inside wasn't the best path. He was a little bit wide, and he stalked. He got the lead, and then he took off clear. That was a very nice victory. And then at Chantilly, going the mile in a conditions race, he won by 3.5 lengths. Again, he just had an easy dream trip. His 2 races before that, Chantilly and Longchamp, where he broke the maiden, another easy dream trip from a very wide posture, from post 10. Like I said, those wide postures are not ideal at Longchamp going the mile trip, but he still got over well. I like him a lot here from the inside. Like I said, I think he's going to really improve a lot from his last race, so let's take him. If there's a slight upsetter here, I think the 7-horse Arapaho, the 3-year-old colt by Lupe de Vega, if his speed could hold the mile, I think he could win. Most recently in the Prix de Pointe de Neuf at Longchamp back in May, he won by a nose. He wasn't 100% fresh, but he got the job done. And then before that here at Deauville over the summer, he was running these decent races at the sprinting trip. Can he get the extra furlong? That's going to be the biggest question with him here today. At 10-1, definitely using to place pots, but to recap my selection for the 5th from Deauville, it's the Group 1 Poules de ESSAI de POULAINS, the French 2,000 guineas. As a top selection, we'll take the 5-horse Victor Ladurum. I'm going to go 5-7 in the forecast exacta. Let's get to race 6 now. The co-featured 6th race from Deauville, it's the Group 1 Poules de ESSAI de Pouliches, the French 1,000 guineas. It's Group 1 race going for a purse $338,000. Race for 3-year-old fillies only. We have a field of 12 horses going 1,600 meters or a mile down the Deauville turf straight away. The top selection, I'm going to take a shot with the 5-horse Marietta. We'll go 4-2 in the forecast exacta. 4-2 forecast exacta. Top selection of 4-horse Marietta, 3-year-old filly here. 8-1 Tony Picone's on this one. Most recently, the horse ran on Arc Day at Longchamp on the 6th of October, 1 mile in the Group 1 Prix Marcel Boussac. The horse finished second by 2.5 lengths, and out of the gate got quarter-horsed out of it to the front end. Set some easy fractions, got caught late. The horse that was winning was on the better track portion of the track that day, but this horse, she ran her heart out there. The question with her today, can she run off the break and can she get a mile? I think that's even more of a question. I think she can. Her race here at Deauville back in August wasn't a bad race in the Group 2 Prix de Calvados over the 7 furlong trip down the straightaway, and she finished second by 2.5 lengths. And she sat back early. She closed up well. Trappo, who's running back this one today, had the better jump, but this horse ran a decent race behind the winner and the actual favorite in this race today. And then before that, May Sounds will feed 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs in main race. She won by 8 lengths there, and she basically sat on the front all throughout. When she quickened up easy. A very, very good run. I think the going should be good for her. Like I said, if she can handle the mile, I think she could win. And she's also versatile. She could set the pace or she come from a little bit behind. So we'll use her here along with the number 2 horse Trappo. I think she's a very second likeliest winner in this race. 3-year-old filly by Showcasing. Miguel Barcelona's on this one for Andre Farb, for Lady Bamford. Banford. The horse's most recent out in the Prix de la Grotte at Longchamp, she wasn't 100% fresh, but at 3-1, she got the job done, winning by a half length, quicking up easily. Her race before in the Chevrolet Park was disaster run. She finished third by 2.5 lengths, and she never got into it. Maybe the 1,200 or 6 furlong trip wasn't to her liking, but before that, she won the Prix de Calvados at Deauville very easily, and then she won Prix 6 Perfections very easily over this turf course also. I think she is real deal. 9-5, we'll use her on the ticket, but, I think Marietta is a little bit better price. But to recap my selection for the 6 from Deauville, it's Group 1, POULE de ESSAI de POULICHES. Let's take as a top selection a 4-horse Marietta. We'll also give kudos to the 2-horse Trappo, and we'll go 4-2 in the 4 Cast Exacta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everyone.